You. California dreaming about you.
This is a vast open world you explore with your friends. Each Javelin exosuit has its own unique playstyle. The Ranger is balanced and all-purpose, while the Colossus is a tanking powerhouse.
Alright, let's see what's up here.
The world of Anthem is hostile, and threats can come from any direction. It's a dynamic world where the unexpected is around every corner.
I'm not sure we want to use all our supplies on this guy.
Yeah, he seems like a problem for another day.
We're getting some fire from up ahead.
I'll go low. You flank.
Hang in there. Almost there. Have you been in there yet?
I haven't. We should do that later with Kim.
Yeah, you could use the XP. Hello, treasure. I think we got some action up ahead.
Anyone, we're under attack. Anyone in the area, we're under attack.
I think that's part of Praxley's mission.
You can equip your Javelin exosuit with gear that brings devastating power to combat.
Oh, there are a lot of scars down there. Oh, the scars have a heavy.
Have time to use that mortar. Give me some covering fire. There's a bunch more coming in.
Okay, I'll get this round.
Thanks.
Oh, come on. Be something good. Oh, yes! Jer's Wrath.
Oh, nice.
Large-scale world events like Shaper Storms are dynamic and pull you off the beaten path with the promise of new stories to discover.
Oh, Shaper Storm incoming. Okay, actually, let's get some more people. Hold on a sec.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, what's happening?
I'm right behind you. Whoa. This storm is getting crazy. So what are we supposed to do? Fly into him?
All right, let's do this.
See you on the other side.
Last truck, get in.
Want some of this? How about you?
How will you decide who belongs?
Thanks. I owe you.
How will you choose a place to call home? How will you build it? Work together to defend it from the terror.
There is no shit or things like that. You can really appreciate the point of view wherever you are. It will be the same mechanics. So that was one of the big features we wanted to make sure that we had before showing the game to the public, to everybody, so that we wanted to make sure that the technology was working and this big ambitious game was feasible. I'm going back to my spaceship. I want just to show you some gameplay ingredients. I'm going to change a little bit the time so that we have a bit more sun. Yeah. So that spaceship is very, very nice. It's very close to the Beluga we had in Beyond Good and Evil 1. It can handle very large speed, but it's also very easy to do loopings and trigger very fast movements. So it's a dogfighter. I can increase the speed. So this is a classic plane speed we have on Earth. We are about 1,000 kilometers per hour. But you can increase that speed dramatically, like this, for example, and you will see it. So the speed is increasing now. You see that it's about 5,000 kilometers per hour. Let's go back in the city so that we can really understand the speed. And I can increase the speed again. Whoa. Use some tricks, movements. And then we are going to do a looping, for example. So you can combine anything, any movements. And the very nice thing too is that you can even increase the speed to 20,000 kilometers per hour, which is a lot. I'm going to try, to drift like that. So at any time you have the drifting mode, you have all these very interesting movements.
Are we ready for a run?
Knowing how to sail with the wind is a pirate's most precious skill. Use the winds to increase your speed or to position yourself for tactical advantage in battle. To reap the most rewards, it is best to split up, some going inland, others keeping to the open sea. Each warship has unique strengths. The frigate's hull is reinforced, its arsenal equipped with numerous culverin cannons. The brigantine is devastating up close, with a battering ram designed to break any resistance. The sloop of war kills from afar, with its crippling long-ranged mortars and precise long 9 cannons.
Sail! Flying hostile colors! All sail! Ride the wind! All hands on deck! Position fixed!
Open fire!
Nothing will save you now! Brace for impact! Woo! Drown, you soggy nutmegs!
Don't let bloodlust cloud your purpose. You're here for the loot, and so are your rivals.
Store the goods, then back to your stations.
The team that escapes with the most loot claims victory.
keep it real, right?
Right. Well, right. There was sort of a decision made at some point. What I've been on the project for 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah, I think 3 years.
And so early on, I think there was a more, what were we? It was more Kurt Russell and sort of a two-fisted thing, and then it turned into, hey, let's take this quite seriously. And what that required is a lot more taking this combat stuff. And showing the horror of the violence that happens and were this type of circumstance to take place. I mean, realism, weirdly enough, is the thing we keep going back to when it comes to not just the stunts, but also the performance style. I think, it was very important that it doesn't seem like a bunch of actors, saying lines. It was all very incidental.
And we wanted the world to sort of reflect that as well. So you saw there that, Deacon broke into that emergency vehicle and found some supplies. So this is what we're calling our survival vision. So you saw that earlier when he was looking at Manny's bike on the ground. And it's just kind of a way of seeing tracks in the world and sort of imagining what might have happened. And here, I just wanted to point out that you're seeing in this part of the demo that there are freakers there. There weren't there before because it wasn't snowing. It was, and it was getting lighter out. It wasn't getting darker like it is. And so, it changes up the way you can play through the level.
And what is this?
We call this the meat wall.
The meat wall.
Yeah, and it's not just there, to make the guys who put them up to seem evil. They're there for a purpose because, again, freakers are living creatures. They eat. That's their primary thing. They want to eat. And so you hang these dead freakers up, and any freaker, rather than coming into their camp like you see here, they would actually
stop and snack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with this freaker that they've hung upside down. There's a bear trap underneath it, and they use that because a freaker will come, be attracted to the meat, and then hit that trap.
Interesting.
Another thing you just saw, by the way, is that tin can.
The tin can trap that he
that's an alarm that the Marauders will put up. And this is, again, some of the things that Marauder camps just do. And you find these Marauder camps throughout the world. You'll find traps like that, and then if you're careful and you're paying attention, you can avoid them. Because in the first demo, Deacon didn't avoid it, and he set off that alarm.
Right. Now this is the same tactic that he used last time. Throws the rock to get someone to lure him over and have him step in the bear trap. But this one plays out a little bit differently than last time. One of the things that struck me, and we've talked about this obviously as we've shot, but there's an effort of the other Marauders to get this guy to shut up, and he won't.
Yeah, and so in the first demo, Deacon's heading on down the trail, and you can hear that happening behind him.
Right.
And this time we're showing what happened. So, he's watching everybody react to this poor guy trapped in the in that bear trap, and she just is like, shut up, and then just loses it and shoots the guy.
Right.
And of course, in the meantime, Deacon is crafting a Molotov and just takes them all out.
Right. Oh boy, that's good. Ow.
So again, it's like in the previous demo, Deacon
In Far Cry 5, you'll need to improvise and choose from a vast arsenal of weapons and find elements in the environment to take down the enemy. There we go. So we just took down the last cultist at Nick Rise using my favorite stealth weapon, a baseball bat. Sometimes you can hear Boomer growling when he feels a threat nearby. And Boomer is just part of Far Cry 5's living world we've built, where there's always something, or someone, around you whether you notice it or not. This means you'll always need to be prepared. Boomer will stand his ground and defend you from predators, as there are a lot of moments for the player to hunt or be hunted. And we've built a deep ecosystem that represents Montana's wilderness.
So, we've seen ducks, a sturgeon, deer, and this is just a small sample of all of the wild animals that you'll encounter in Hope County. So now we've jumped into Nick Rye's plane. It's been in his family for generations, and with it we'll take to the sky to destroy some cult silos that are hoarding explosives.
The world that we've built is larger than any Far Cry before, and for the first time you can explore the world in any direction that you choose right from the start. In this demo, we're in Holland Valley, and this is just one small part of Hope County.
Montana is called Big Sky Country after all. Flying is a great way to travel, explore the county, and scout out new opportunities. And also blow things up.
Woo-wee! Look at that go! Nice work, partner. Go get the other one.
Oh, looks like the cult has decided to intervene. That plane belongs to a Chosen. Now, the Chosen are elite soldiers, and it's their job to basically crush any threat to the project at Eden's Gate. So we've done enough to anger the cult. We're going to engage a little dogfight with them and show them what we think of them.
That's right. Even in the air, there's a lot of opportunities for the player to, find or discover or get chased by or get discovered. Yeah, totally. Hunt or be hunted, as we call it. I think right now we are the predator.
Yep, we got them on the run. They're smoking. And we did it.
Well done.
The handler's out on the field, right?
Yep. So yeah, since we're playing in adventure mode, if you notice in the top left corner there's no timer. Usually when you pick up a quest in Monster Hunter, you got a time limit to do it in.
Okay.
But it's free roam. Oh, this is one of the
locals here.
Locals, like one of the.
And they're explaining that, yeah, you can get different information from the locals.
Yeah, and they show up randomly all around. Once again, I mean, Monster Hunter World, everything has a mind of its own, especially the monsters, the people. So, I mean, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not.
Oh, okay, sometimes they're not there, huh? Whoa, okay.
I feel like it. I mean, even the guys there, they were surprised to find that guy, so.
They seem to be.
So, all right, let's. So, as you can see, our scout flies letting us know what's in the area. Okay, maybe here's some items you can interact with.
Nice.
I think Tokuda-san, what's he up to?
Is he going to go fishing?
Oh, we're going fishing. There's the fishing rod.
All right.
Oh, this is cool. So you can see the fish in the water there.
Nice. Oh, it's a little different because in Monster Hunter it used to be you would just go to a fishing point, you fish. And
right. But here, I think
it's
just anywhere you see a fish, you can probably just throw that rod out on the ground if you want to. Obviously, you're not going to catch anything, but
advanced Monster Hunter fishing.
Oh, sand fishing.
Well, they'll probably be sand fishing too.
That'd be very cool. Oh, okay. And they're saying so different fish react differently to the lure.
Okay.
So like sometimes you can throw it out and you see some fish are just grabbing onto it, but maybe other fish that you want to catch, they see that lure and they're just like, oh no, I don't want that here.
Okay, all right. So
they're not gonna fall for that. So you got to find different ways to trick the fish.
Huh. I wonder how you do that. You know how you do that? 'Cause I don't know.
I'm not good at fishing. I tried it when I was a kid and
yeah.
I don't got the patience for it.
And it looks like
okay.
All right, looks like they found some Rathian footprints.
Rathian. All right, so yeah, one of the major things in Monster Hunter World is finding tracks of the monsters in the area.
Okay.
Of your target specifically.
Track them there. Looks like that was an older footprint.
So yeah, I think as tracks get a little bit older, they don't give you as much information, obviously, because they've been there for a while.
That makes sense.
So you got the footprints, and monsters also mark their territory. We saw those scratches there.
Oh, cool. All right, opening up the map.
So, yeah, since this is our first time, this area is called the Wildspire Waste.
Okay.
So, this is our first time in this area, so as we adventure through it, that map starts filling in that information for the area for us.
Nice. Oh, okay, and now Toku-san's explaining that the map is lit up red in a certain area, indicating that there is a large monster somewhere in that vicinity. Cool. And then the scout flies are reacting now too, right?
We've picked up enough tracks now that the scout flies are letting us know, okay, the monster's probably in this direction, or more tracks are in this direction. So as we pick up more evidence of the monster, these scout flies are helping us out.
Okay, cool.
Pick up the scent, and
they're gonna
it's
lead
right
us
there.
in,
Right there.
And here we go.
All right. So, yeah, fans of the series can rejoice, you know. You've seen Rathlos, now we got Rathian. The pair is back.
All right. The king and queen of dragons. Looks like Tokuda-san is hiding in the brush here.
Okay, yeah, right. He already engaged combat, which I don't know if it's the smartest move, but
that's okay.
Okay, nice.
Lost him, though.
You notice how the mini map just turned purple there?
Yeah. What's that mean?
So that means that we are now hidden from the monster.
Okay.
The monsters, we are no longer in direct combat with them.
Okay.
So he's gonna, he's gonna make a few distractions here, try and draw.
Luring him with sound.
Rathian.
Like. Sound of the slinger, right?
Nice.
Oh,
up the tree.
Boom! Oh, baby, it's rodeo time.
Oh, man, that voice just makes it even better.
Oh, I love, this is why I love the insect blade, because you can ride monsters like this.
He just ran up on those mushrooms on the tree and jumped on.
Because, as we've explained before in previous PR stuff, you can use the environment all kinds of
there's so many different environments. And
you
know things you can use to assist you in your hunt of these monsters.
That's right. And
nice. We got a few cheap shots in. We're going down.
As you can see, we've changed the rodeo system. Now you can move between different parts of the monster. We've knocked him down.
So yeah,
Tokuda-san, go nuts, baby.
Tokuda-san's a huge fan of the dual blades.
Now, it looks to me like, depending on where he hits, the color of the numbers, the hit point numbers. Right. What's up with that?
So the monsters, they have more points of their body that are more resistant to damage, and then their weak points. So like the head and the tail here on this Rathian. You notice the numbers turn orange when you're hitting a weaker point. That you're gonna be doing more damage with your weapons.
Okay.
So it's a good idea to probably focus in on those to really put on the hurt.
Okay.
I mean, those locations are going to change up between monsters, obviously.
Right.
Not everyone's going to have the same weak point.
Right. Like, so for instance, for Rathian here, her head and tail are softer, right?
Right.
Okay, so they're going to take more damage. And it sounds like for less effective areas, it's gray numbers are going to show.
Yeah, they're going to be whiter or gray.
Okay, cool.
And I mean, if you're a huge fan of the series and you like the classics, I don't want numbers, you can turn them off.
Nice.
Personally,
options.
I need
options are always a nice thing.
I need as much information as I can get.
Yeah.
I'm not as good a player as you, so
well.
That's okay. All right, so we got the word from Yozo-san here saying
scolding Tokuda there.
Yeah. We don't need to be fighting.
This is not the objective here.
We're not showing this off. We want to show off more of the area in the game.
Okay.
But I think, it's just in Tokuda-san's blood. He's got to fight these monsters. So.
He has been hunting monsters for a while, this guy.
Okay, it looks like we found some wyverns in the area. Nice, okay.
Saving bad guys from other bad guys. Not how I thought today would go. Hey, big guy. Is that a Higgs field? That's actually really cool. Fisk, your men are safe. Your turn. Who runs the demons?
You're about to find out. Check the roof.
He's here? Let's go. Did that just happen? Yeah.
I'm getting reports of a helicopter with a wrecking ball.
It's complicated. Turns out Martin Lee is running the demons.
The guy who runs the homeless shelter?
Like I said, complicated. Sit tight, Yuri. I got this. Please, let me got this.
That helicopter is destroying the city.
I know.
You need to bring it down.
I know.
Maybe you could superhero a little faster?
Working on it, Yuri. Too close. Okay, Lee, here I come!
By Live, Motor Nation's #1 sponsor and event organizer. So this is where your story begins. Your goal? To become the greatest champion of all motorsports. We're starting off with a nighttime street race challenge. Street racing is at the core of the crew DNA and one of the many disciplines of the crew too. But this time we're shifting from underground street racing to bring you a more accessible, festive and competitive take on the genre. Speaking of which, this race is about to get a little spiced up. How would you like to take this party to the rooftops? Now that was just a small example of the way we've redesigned the US cities to offer you more freedom for spontaneous challenges. In the Crew 2, your whole environment has been shaped and tweaked so that you can enjoy the very best experience.